So it's day 5, it's Friday, we finally made it through this week that feels like it's lasted a year. And I'm here to talk about number E, or letter E today. And of course, I've chosen to speak about engagements. What I want you guys to remember is when you're in the job search, LinkedIn is all about building that connections and increasing that visibility. So you have got to make sure that you position yourself on LinkedIn to increase your visibility. Everything you do in the job search must increase your visibility. And what are the 2 best ways to do that? Grow your connection base and engage. Okay, so engage. You're asking me, but Chantal, how do I engage? I'm not a social media person. I don't like doing this sort of thing. Guys, get over yourselves. You've got to put yourself out there. There's no easy way to get around this, but you've got to put yourself out there. So let's start off. I believe that every single one of us has got value to add. So you need to start there. What is your industry? What is the value that you add? Work out what the value that you add is. And then you can work out how to engage from there. So I'm going to give you a very simple example. If you're a salesperson and you're someone who's particularly good at meeting your targets in, let's say a hospitality environment, what you would need to do is you would need to connect with potential line managers. So you would connect with general managers of hotels and start building your network that way. Then you would also see your newsfeed would start tailoring to hospitality, to sales, all of those sorts of things. You can comment on and engage on content that you find in your post that shows you know what you're talking about. So if you see a post where someone talks about how targets are not being achieved in the current climate in hospitality, and does anyone have any suggestions, perhaps you could weigh in and say, you know, during this difficult time, this and this and this is what I've done, and it's shown to be working. So that is your whole purpose behind engaging. All you do is you weigh in on conversations, topical items that show you know what you're talking about. Ideally, can you imagine this? Imagine you're sitting at your desk one day and your dream boss phones you up and he says to you, I've been watching you on LinkedIn. Are you in the market by any chance? That is the perfect win-win, and you can achieve it if you engage right, if you position right, if you connect strategically with the right people. So LinkedIn is powerful, guys. Don't underestimate this, but you have to be strategic. So I'm going to give you some tips in terms of engaging very quickly. My advice to you is try to engage at least 5 times a day. And when I say 5 engagements a day, what I mean is don't like a post. Liking a post is not upping your visibility. It's also not showing anyone how clever you are. So if you're going to like a post, weigh in with your comments, back up your opinion, own your opinion, be authentic in who you are, and be prepared to put yourself out there. Comment. So that's how you can. You can comment on your network or on articles that show up in your news feed. You can also share content that shows up in your news feed, and you can weigh in with a little opinion piece of your own on top of the shared article. You can post your own organic posts. Do a video, stretch yourself. If you're good at sales, why don't you put yourself out there? Okay, I realize that's maybe a little bit of a big ask for someone who's just in the job market, but do a post. Just do a little written post about your journey in sales and what you've discovered works for you. Put it out there and see what happens. Guys, are cautionary. LinkedIn is it's a long-term relationship building kind of. It's not a, I don't know how to say this. It's not a quick fix, and it's not a silly site like Facebook. So you're not going to get 100 likes overnight. You're not going to get 100 people commenting silly, inane comments on your post. So don't do it so that people can reply. Do it to be visible. And remember the difference. You're doing it to increase your visibility. You're not doing it for likes and comments. Okay, because I find a lot of people start putting themselves out there and they think, oh, no one ever talks to me, so I'm going to stop. Don't do that. You're doing it for the visibility. Okay. So one thought I just want to leave you with, authenticity and integrity goes hand in hand. Be true to who you are. Own your opinions. but put yourself out there. It is in our differences that we can come together and learn from each other. So my name is Chantel Buerta. I'm a recruitment strategist and coach. You can reach out to me on 083-476-4265, or of course just hook up with me here on LinkedIn. Have a super weekend, and we'll see you all next week.